Salutations and good morrow everyone, welcome back to another Grounded update video where today we're hopping into a brand new set of public test patch notes, a brand new update that just launched on Grounded that all of you can go out and get right now if you would like, but just remember that this is a public test. This is not an official update. This is the pre-update before the post-update where everybody gets to play, but if you guys want to play these features, you guys can go check that out right now by going over to the Xbox Insider Hub on PC and on Xbox, or on Steam by going over, clicking into the beta section and updating to the public test patch server. But let's hop in and let's read about all the new features that have come into Grounded for update 0.13 or update 13, or the Bugs Fight Back update. So let's go ahead and read a couple things here, shall we? It says, important note, your quest status will be reset with this patch. You will work on bringing the story to you to cause some quest changes that have happened in the backyard. So you need to redo quests you have done previously, but everything you have built, crafted, and purchased in the backyard will all remain untouched. So guys, just remember that when you go in and you load in, yes, all of your quest progress will have restarted. You'll need to do all the bases again, but there is some really awesome things you get to see because of that. So get out there and give this a try. So let's hop in and read some new features, shall we? So faction reactivity. So bugs will take the fight back to your base when they get tired of your intruding on their territory. The more you annoy a certain species, the more likely they are to say knock knock on your door. All right, so the wafter, you want to anger the yard at will? Build the wafter. Concoct a pile of rotting bug parts that wafts through the yard, enraging whatever bugs whose parts you add to the pile. The more you add, the more enraged the bugs will be. Why, you say? Well, why not? Maybe you want to have a bug delivered straight to you on your demand. No, building art is temp for the start of the public test build will not be updated. So building art is a temp. So whatever we see in there right now is not what the final is. All right, mixers. Mixers are really, really cool. I've already done one and they're really fun. But the mixers, find mixer tanks across the yard, mixing some of the good old raw science for Wendell's experiments. Overdrive the system by tuning up the mix's speed beyond suggested limits and trigger an explosive result to collect the massive amount of raw science inside. The word of caution though, mix.r overdrives are noisy and take time, and the nearby bugs don't particularly appreciate that. Now we also have some additional defensive resources like turrets, the pebblet turret and the pollen turret. The pebblet turret shoots pebblets at high speeds to destroy your enemies. Pollen turret shoots pollen to stun enemies, effective in bringing down flying pests. We also now have the explosive bird trap, which acts as giant bombs on the ground that need to get set off with flaming arrows or other bombs as well. We also have a new mutation. That one new mutation is called Guard Dog, and what that does is it allows you to do more damage against bugs when you are defending. So pretty cool there. All right, we also have creature cards. I'm going to be showing this off here in just a minute towards the end of the video, but the teams can use their peeper skills to better understand their bug neighbors and unlock creature cards to record important information on them. Creature cards obtained successfully peeping a creature for the first time will unlock the creature card in the data page. Creature cards contain valuable information like strength, weakness, weak spot locations, health and creature tier, how many of the players have killed, flavorful information, and or a fun fact. So really, really cool stuff there. Able to show you off all sorts of really, really neat things that you're going to be able to go in and be able to find out inside of this update on all of our bug friends that are in the backyard. But we also have some armor upgrading and adjustments. Armor now has been completely reworked. Armor now applies flat DT based on the tier. So defensive trait based on the tier and DR based on the weight class. So defensive, you know, it's more or less the defense and durability have been revamped to be the exact same across the board, depending on if it's light, medium, or heavy armor. And then as you do upgrades, things will change. So flat DT damage reduces damage. So flat damage reduction is by 10 points all the way up to 190 points for damage. So really good. Percent DR, so durability reduced damage percent going against big hits. So pretty good. Armor upgrading though. Armor upgrading is the big one here. So you can now upgrade your armor all the way to +9. The first 5 upgrades require grub leather plates. More on that in the next video, but you're going to need those. Upgrades the DT value and the durability, so the damage threshold and the durability by 5% for every level, and that makes it sleek. Not sleek, I'm sorry, it's stylish. That's it, it's called stylish. Okay, so it's stylish armor 1 to 5. Then you can either go down the bulky or sleek path from 6 to 9. 6 to 7 is going to require berry leather plates. 8 to 9 is going to require pupa leather plates. More on those in another video. Bulky path is going to be like going down the quartzite path with weapons, where it's just going to give you extra defense and durability, where the sleek path is actually going to provide you extra bonuses. So weight classes got reworked. The penalty for heavier armors is now stamina per weapon swing instead of stamina regen delay. And then light armor is 10% damage reduction, 5% more stamina swing, and all the way up to heavy being 30% damage reduction and 25% more stamina swing. So, good stuff. Weak points. Creatures can now have weak points, locations on their bodies that have been attacked for additional damage. Enemies will take extra damage when struck in a weak point. Certain weak points are only effective by specific damage types and attacks. For instance, to give you an example, a Tay's T's weak point is its back, not its front. So if you can get behind it and do an attack with a blunt weapon, you will do more damage to them. There's a little hint for you. But yeah, a special VX sparkle to play when a player successfully hits a weak point. So some pretty cool stuff there. Swap difficulty mid-game. You can now change the difficulty of a game at any point in any game, whether it's creative mode or not. Oh, well, I'm sorry. So you can change it whether or not it's in any mode except for creative mode. You cannot swap between creative and not creative mode. Change custom game settings mid-game. Lots of different things you can change, including difficulty, bugs ignore players, building integrity, player damage, friendly fire, pet invincibility, hunger thirst drain, stamina drain, equipment durability, food spoiling, menu pause, games, base defense, and backpack items on death. Anyway, the following changes cannot be altered mid-game. All recipes unlocked for free, bug spawn, and quests. So, lots of changes there. ASL terminals, or Advanced System Library terminals. In other words, field stations now include these. You need to activate it by going to the Oak Lab. That whole thing is all changed now, and it's going to allow it so you don't have to go all the way back to Burgle in order to unlock quests, unlock recipes, and use milk molars. Awesome things. Really, really good there. All right, save game naming. Full playthroughs and individual saves can now be both renamed for better bookkeeping. Storage naming. Storage containers can now be renamed, and the name will display above the interact text, and the name will also be floating above the storage, similar to those of the chosen icon. Additional features. Take all option added to SAP collectors. The read to me feature can now be used in different voices installed in your system, including voices in language other than English. Change the voice in the option menu. Various bugs can jump, including all the spiders. Let's see, ladybugs, stink bugs, and larvae that I know of so far. We also have 2 new crafting items in the game. We have the charcoal canteen, which purifies dirty water on the go, so you can literally scoop it up and drink it immediately, as well as a charcoal torch. Light up a brighter radius and repair your torch when it gets low instead of having to craft a new one. This last part right here, repair your torch, makes me super duper happy. All right, let's talk story and revisions. So story and quest progress have been reset, like I said at the beginning of the video. There's a lot of early dialogue and quests that have undergone revisions, and thus the story and quest flow are now different. The story and lab content will need to be traversed again to progress the new story flow. You'll be placed back at the starting ravine at all saves when you load in the beginning. All inventory players, bases, unlock recipes, milk molars, science purchases, and other unlocks will carry over. The dialogue revisions are still missing the final recorded voiceovers for some of them. The first load of old saves may take longer than normal as the conversion process takes place. So just be warned that the game may run a little bit longer before it actually loads in when you first load in. Let's talk changes in tuning now. Systems. Lots of information here. I'm going to just leave this up for you guys to be able to read through. What I do want to go down, though, is I want to read through when using the peeper mode, your rotation speed is scaled down for more precise control. All right, so that's control done. There's also stamina rework. There's also Billy Hogs and Apples are going to grant more stuff. There's a lot of stuff here for you guys to read through. This is just a lot of reading. If you guys want to read through all of these, you are more than welcome to, but I'll give you guys the really fast version of it right now. So rest warning for waking up in the dark has been moved to 5 a.m. instead of 6 a.m. The player will now respawn near the discovered field station if no respawn point is set. Billy Hogs and apples now grant more items. After breaking the initial food node, it breaks into several chunks. Each chunk can be hit to burst into larger quantities of loot. Billy Hogs now grant spoiled meat in addition to the other loot. Mana and stamina rework. When stamina is fully depleted, you enter an exhausted state. Exhausted state now lasts for 3 seconds, cannot perform any actions, require stamina while exhausted. After exhaustion ends, all stamina recovered instantly. Some systems such as thirst have been changed to interact with the exhaustion from time instead of stamina recovery speed. Stamina recovery speeds and delays work normal in other circumstances. Stamina cost for all weapons has been halved. Yeah. All right. Controls. When peeper mode. I already read that. Mutations. Mutations did change. So Mithridism now has 3 stages. Okay. So stage 1 obtained by killing 1 wolf spider, 25% poison damage reduction. Stage 2, 5 wolf spiders, 50% poison damage reduction. Stage 3 by attaining 10 wolf spiders killed, 75% damage reduction. You are no longer going to be 100% resistant to poison in the backyard. That sucks, but it is the way that it is. Little Fist has been reworked to 3 stages. So now you're going to get 25% chance on a hill to do to buff an armed attack. Clears on combat end. You'll also now have 50% chance at killing 100 enemies and 75% chance at killing 200 enemies with your fists. That's a whole lot of punching. Not my bag, baby. Alright, Cardio Fan has now decreased exhaustion time on top of its previous effect of increasing stamina regen speed. Reliable Friend stage has now decreased revival time for a much larger amount, 25, 50, and 75%. Daredevil now decreases fall damage by 50% and prevents dying from falling in almost all situations. Awesome. So, a couple other things. Movement, zipline speed has been acceleration is increased. Upgrade engine, Unreal Engine to 4.27. Just some new stuff. All right. Audio, 1 new combat music track. That's for when you're fighting ox beetles and roly-polies. Accessibility, lots of stuff for accessibility. Combat, some new stuff. Pets, pet corpses will now drop held items memorials when they decay. Pets now take 3 times as long to get unhappy. Additionally, pets now lose happiness 50% slower when equipped with any sort of hat. All right, lots of stuff for interface. I'll leave that there for you guys to read. You can pause it and read it through for yourself. It is a lot of stuff. Building in general, Broodmother Trophy now supports Arachnophobia safe mode, so you guys can put that up. I want to read through that one really quick. Building placement optimization, world resources, lots of things. And Dust Mites are now significantly less tanky. HP reduced by 20%. Damage threshold reduced by 12%. Awesome. Lots of things. Reduced resistance 50% to 25%. So good stuff there. Items, your smoothie effects can no longer be stacked multiple times. You can no longer stack as many different smoothies as you'd like. Roasted meat now restores health when consumed in addition to its other effects as well. So roasted meat became even more important. Another couple things that I want to point out to you guys. There is a couple other small changes that have happened. There's 2 new soundtracks in the yard. I'll show both of them off in another video. They've added a whole new biome in the backyard. Once again, that's also going to be showed off in another video, and lots of other things. There's a lot of bugs here that you guys can go through and read. I'm going to leave this up on the screen for a moment. It is a lot. Just go ahead and pause now if you want to watch more or read through that. But that is everything, guys. That's all the things that have been updated. I know this video was longer, but they put a ton of stuff in this update. I hope you guys are all excited because I know that I am. This has all been a really cool update, and I can't wait to catch all of you guys out in there in the backyard. So thank you guys so much for watching this one. Don't forget to hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe. And as always, I'll see all of you guys in the next one.